We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year signal caller.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of.
Throwing to start this game. Dumped off to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, when one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a New England first down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it's going to be second down. Still sticking with the passing game. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play.
Pass interference. Defense.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Running it after the penalty. And he gets this forward to the 19.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
And he'll go down here at the 16. Give him 3 on that game. And the Patriots will have a first down. Back now, pressure on its way. This one's caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Offside. Defense.
Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach.
Automatic first down.
So now then, after the penalty, this is first and goal. They'll run here following the penalty. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Back-to-back runs, stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the pressure drives them backwards.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Second and 3 now. They give it to him again. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll get it up to the 44. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he drives it up past the 45. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach third down. Back to the well again. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. That's a short gain of 1. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Another carry for him. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Tackle made by the rookie from Wisconsin. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Here's the one back on the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
This time it's a passing play. Completed over the middle. And they take him down right along the 30.
You know, as any quarterback is going to tell you, that's one of the most difficult things to do, knowing you're going to get blasted. That defender's coming right at you, but you got to throw an accurate ball. It does 2 things. Number 1, it strikes fear in the defense, and number 2, you gain respect of your teammates.
And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. They'll come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Here he is on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. Coming deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Patriots is hurt. Going to need some help out there. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And they send a man in motion. Throwing now, following the turnover. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field.
Pass interference. Defense.
And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. They go play action on 1st. He's looking deep once again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pass play now. Short pass brought in. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Woo! I am not sure how we didn't see a safety right there. Oh, my gosh. I don't think I'm the only one nervous in the building because that QB kept going back and back. It was heading right for disaster, but saved himself just a couple yards short.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Here's a give up the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 5 yards makes the hole a little smaller. It's going to be 3rd and 14 coming up. Looking to the air here. Finds him over the middle. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he stopped. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. The Eagles are in punt formation. And this will come from just inside his end zone. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Pats will take over. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 35 out of that one. And that's a New England 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they face 2nd down. Hand off to the back. Jukes out a 1-stop. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
9-yard pickup, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Throwing from the gun. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they'll be left with 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw it here. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. The Patriots sending the field goal unit out for a try. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. will add to their score.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he's brought down up across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On now comes their punter. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Eagles will take possession. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. Third and long for him here. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. It's the Eagles with 6 to go here on 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. To throw here on 1st down. Looking slant route, complete. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Catch made over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That's a pickup of 9. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. He'll throw it. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From the 37. Finds a man right side. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this third down. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The Patriots have their punting unit out. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he's there. Fair catch called for and taken. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. First and 10, they're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. They're set up at the 35 now. They'll throw on first. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety valve complete. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up second down. Here's a throw. Escapes out to the left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. To the air, third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. We've arrived at halftime with the Patriots in front after 2 here in Foxborough. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Kickoff taken at the 3. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. They'll come out throwing. He's got it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Dropping back to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Well, here's what I know, Kate. And sadly, from personal experience, after this one's over, QB, he's going to be the first one in the cold tub because he has been feeling the heat and paying the price all game long. At some point, you've got to find a way to protect the passer, or he's not going to endure this season.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They kick the running back in motion. They'll throw on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. Punting unit out now. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now give left side. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's on the move. Now he takes it. And he'll get it up to the 27.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. Now a give running right. And he's going to get this up across the 35 to maybe the 37. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that makes it 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And a fair catch made without incident just inside the 25. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Takes off right out of the read option. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance. Drive your entire straights. It's 3rd and 9. Now motion him out of the backfield. Here he is on 3rd and long. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. He signals for the fair catch and brings it in. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Pats will take over. The New England offense running out now. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up. This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. Second down. Back to throw. Brought in right side. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Cut out left. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll begin this possession in just a moment. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Jump off caught by his back. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing the out route complete. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. They are throwing it again. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Putting a receiver in motion. He'll throw it yet again. Left side, backs there, caught. Is in, touchdown Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 3rd quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
They'll set up here for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead.
Patriots 6.
The kick team out there for the Eagles, and this one is sent away. Return starts at the 9. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Here's New England ready once again on offense. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he's taken down after a short rush at about the 36. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. They're throwing it. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Number 36. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
And that boot will instead be what starts our fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the third. It's the Patriots with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. They'll bring out the punter here. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And the Eagles will take possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And this one doesn't go far.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And they could really use a good one here. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. No return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Man in motion here. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
2nd and 10.
The give now out of the shotgun. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. The Patriots have their punting unit out. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They've ripped off 4 straight wins, and if this lead holds, that's going to be 5 before we know it. They'll run here on 1st down. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Ball start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sports, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. It is Cup, left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. They've got a man in motion. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is going to put him up to 6 punts today. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. He has it at the 13. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And the Patriots will be backed up pretty deep to start the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
First throw for the backup now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 6 yards on the play and enough for a 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll run here from the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to throw. That one's complete over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They're now set for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake here. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Running it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the handoff. Gets to space right side. And he has it all the way down to the 8. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Back-to-back carries here. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal. Motion man sent left. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Foxborough. Patriots needing 4 points. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw it. Dumped off to his running back. It's inside the 10. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness.
Oh, he lost the football! And the Eagles get to it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
That is such a gut punch as a quarterback. You put in so much work to get down near the goal line, And then you've got to take care of the football. You can't be reckless with the ball. Those defenders are looking to knock it free, and that's exactly what they did, keeping points off the board.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's second. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Flush down now to his left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Eagles are winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.